What's up, friends? Today we are here with a video from Esk8Con, and this is the first of a couple videos that I'll be making. I finally started to get some time to edit them, and this first one is about Hoyt. And I swear it's just a coincidence that I'm wearing the shirt they gave me today, but there you go. Zoobomb, Hoyt, Duck, and Metro. So today we've got an interview with Hoyt and Metroboard, and my lovely friend Ben will be talking about the two new boards coming from the Hoyt conglomerate. And yeah, they're pretty cool. I got to try them both out at Esk8Con, which was an awesome event, by the way. And I've got another video coming right after this one, which will be me test riding those two boards on the track. And I'll be doing some voiceover and some analysis of my riding experience with those. So make sure to get subscribed and stay tuned for those upcoming videos. But hopefully you enjoy this interview with Hoyt. Unfortunately, my mic that I was recording with for me during the interview didn't quite come through, so I had to subtitle that part. So sorry about that, but hopefully you find the video interesting, and leave a comment down below if you've got any questions. Thanks for watching.
How's it going, Ben? We're here at the Hoyt and Metroboard booth at Esk8Con 2023.
Hey, what's up, Ryan? Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. So we got two new boards coming out from the Hoyt and Metro team. Let's go over some specs for these boards.
Sure. So basically, Hoyt and Metro are now under the same roof. So we've got the same team working on the back end, but we keep the two brands distinct. So, all right.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So you're both under the same roof now?
Yeah. So we've two brands under the same roof, same team working together to make some great boards, but we're keeping the brands distinct, keeping the ride feels distinct. So here we've got the Hoyt St Tabor. So
how do you spell it? Is it T-A-P-E-R or T-A-B-O-R? Okay, so like the mountain?
Yes, like the mountain in Portland. So because Hoyt's brand is all about staying loyal to the downhill routes. So Mount Tabor is one of the most popular downhill spots in Portland. It's a mountain right in the center of the city. It's just flat, and then boom, this mountain just shoots straight up, and it's a beautiful park. Lots of downhill there, and it's one of our favorite spots to ride. So it made sense to name the board after it.
Cool.
This is the Metroboard Pathfinder. So
Pathfinder,
Metroboard,
that's a nice name.
Yeah, Metroboard is more industrial and DKP and a little bit harder angles, things like that. That's kind of their brand identity. And so for this one, we were focused on basically making it as power dense as possible and getting the most range we can into this form factor while still maintaining the carby trucks. So it's the same truck geometries as the X22 because people loved it.
Cool.
So
yeah.
Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they share specs. Okay. So the specs on these, it's a 12S 8P, 12S 6P, or 12S 4P. Molicel P42A. And both boards have a urethane option, which is the base model, or they have an upgrade to either pneumatics or a 2-in-1 kit.
Okay.
So the Hoyt uses the Hoyt 5-inch wheels. These are excellent urethane. They are the smallest pneumatics in the world as far as we know, and certainly the smallest Esk8 wheel pneumatics.
Yeah.
They're basically 123 millimeters to compare that to something like a 120 cloud wheel.
What's your favorite part about the 5-inch wheels? Because I've never ridden them before.
For me, it's the grip. They grip excellent. I have not been able to get them to break loose. And another thing that I love about them is that because they're so small, they maintain the connection to the road that people love about urethane while still having the comfort and the grip of pneumatics.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do they like wear down faster because they're smaller, or do they still last a decent amount of time?
So they last pretty long, all things considered, but because they are smaller, they do wear faster. Basically, you're just doing more RPMs for the same top speed.
Yeah.
So, you got an 8-inch tire, rotates 10 times, and it goes 10 feet. This rotates 10 times, goes half that, whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're gonna get more wear. Also, we optimize the tire compound for grip, so it does wear a little bit faster, but we think it's worth it.
Always good to have lots of grip on small tires, especially when you're dealing with road potholes and stuff.
Absolutely, and from Portland where it's always wet, things like that, we need that kind of stuff.
So, do you have the 3 battery options available for both of the boards?
Yep, all 3. So
cool.
You can do 12S 4, 6, 8 all the way up, and pneumatic, urethane, or 2-in-1 kit.
Cool. So on the Metroboard Pathfinder here, it looks like you have a brand new deck, is that correct?
That's right. So these actually, the decks are both the same contours, but it's just a different outline cut out of both. So we found a deck shape that we love with the correct foot pads and the correct drop downs, everything that works so great. And then we just...
Okay, anyway, so camera cut out, but we were talking about the contour of the deck.
Yeah, so basically we developed a deck shape that we love, and we wanted to keep that. So it's got the drop down, a little micro drop, it's got great foot pockets for your feet, a really comfortable concave, and so we share that across both, but it's just a different outline. So this one is optimized for RKP, it's got wider footwells for getting the tight turning. This one, since the DKP pushes the axles out further, we can basically make a bigger foot pad. So for someone like me with big feet, this deck is great because you're not going to hang off of it like you would on a smaller deck.
Right. I see you have a new battery indicator here.
That's
I
right.
heard that there were some fancy animations. Can you show off here?
Yeah, let's see that.
Let's see it. I want to go try that. That's so cool.
Yep.
So do you have red LEDs in there, or is it just red plastic?
It's a red lens, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, so that's a little startup animation, and then it'll show you your batteries, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down.
Cool. And that goes by, what, it's 20% increments?
So we actually calculated, to get a little nerdy, we calculated the area under the curve using actual discharge graphs for a Molicel P42A. So it hopefully will be a little bit more accurate than simply just 20% increments down the voltage range.
It's so extra, but it's
It
a very
is.
Hoyt thing to do.
Yeah, that's what we're all about. You know, we put in a little extra development work to make it a top quality product.
Really cool. So, let's see, is there anything else special? It looks like you guys have foregone old small motors you used to have. We have some new Zoobomb branded
6384s, 190 kV.
Nice.
Yep.
They look good. Silver and black, pretty unique look. Boards out there.
Switch to like 70 mil. And another thing we love, so these boards share the same motor mounts. So this motor mount system, it is spring tension, but it uses a screw drive. So there's a little hole right here that you can see. You insert an Allen key there, twist that, and it drives a screw that pushes the motors out. And that screw is what actually holds the tension. So you're never gonna back drive that screw, and so once you set a tension, it stays forever. You don't have to be like yanking on a motor and tensioning a bolt at the same time, anything like that. It's just loosen these bolts, extend that screw, and then tighten it up, and you're done. And it'll stay forever. We haven't had any issues with losing belt tension, nothing like that.
You have like the thickest motor mounts ever on here, so I'm sure belt skip is not a problem.
Oh yeah, what we've noticed is belts skip, A, because they're too loose, so we make it really easy to tension them, and B, because mounts bend. So a lot of boards have really thin, really like cast aluminum mounts, whatever, they're not stiff enough, and so they bend, and then you don't get proper tooth engagement, and it skips.
I've been there.
Yep. Everyone who's done DIYs knows it. Everyone who has rode a board with weak mounts, they know it. But, so when we make a really stiff, strong mount, we have no issues with belt skip. Even for me, I'm 280 pounds, and I ride these things balls to the wall. No issues with belt skip at all.
Alright, so we got one more thing to talk about before we go. We got some new enclosures for the Metroboard and the Hoyt Street board here. And if you guys recall in the past, you've seen any of the Hoyt boards, you will recall the bamboo bottom or the unibody carbon Metroboard. I think it's go with a different approach, and has some info on why that is.
Yeah, so basically what we decided is, with this product line, we wanted to make boards that are competitive, not just on the track, but also on the spec sheet and on the price. So the bamboo dual deck for the Hoyt and the carbon unibody for the Metroboard, they are super premium, they're excellent, but they are very expensive. And so that drives the whole price of the board up. And so what we wanted to do for this is basically bring our premium quality and premium performance down to a more approachable price point. So we decided to go with an injected enclosure here. It's super strong, super robust. We designed it with these slide rails here, so these rails along both sides are actually raised up, so when you drop off of curbs or you hit a bump or something, this takes the damage and the rest of this remains pristine. And we have done hundreds of miles dropping off curbs, grinding it, all kinds of stuff, and it holds up excellent. It's held on by these nice shiny bling deck nuts that hold it on. and it doesn't crack, it does nothing. It's super tough and robust, but it allows us to basically get the value of these boards down while still maintaining the performance. So the starting price for the Tabor or the Pathfinder is $29.9. So we're not targeting like the really low budget boards. Still a premium product, still a premium brand, but we are trying to get them into the hands of more people.
Cool. And compared to the UAV, what price is that?
So the UAV is at $3,500 right now.
Okay.
So it's got our
That bot is like
46. Yeah.
Okay,
So how does the
let's do it
scale,
because this is the content
with the
that
battery
these
size?
guys
Do you have any info on that?
Yeah, so they took my spec card. From what I recall, starts at $29.9 for a 12S4 with urethane, and then it goes up to a $3,400 for a 12S8 2-in-1, and then steps all up from there. So
Definitely still premium, but coming down in price a little bit, and you still get the great, mostly American build quality, and
yeah, it's all still made. We assemble every board in-house, quality control check everything ourselves. Batteries are all made in-house.
now batteries are made in-house by yourself. Battery
Yep,
systems.
I make all the batteries right now. Yep. And yeah, basically what we're focusing on is value density. So power density, value density, performance per dollar. We're just trying to get more boards in more hands. So
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's see it. All right, thanks so much, Ben.
absolutely, thanks Ryan.